Hey, this is head coach Dave Gleason from Athletic Revolution, of course in Pembroke, Massachusetts. Today I want to talk to you about getting results out of your athletes. Are you getting the results that you're looking for? Now, before we even talk about that, because I already know the answer to that, what I want to ask you is, as a fitness professional or a strength coach, or as a parent thinking about the program that your child is in, what results are being looked at? What results are being pursued? Is it merely how much more weight the young athlete can push? Is it merely how much faster they can run? Is it merely how much higher can they jump? Those things are going to improve almost without a doubt, and almost with anything that you might do with a young athlete. Why? Because they're growing and developing human beings, okay? I've said this many times to parents who are inquiring about what we do here. I could have children come in here and do jumping jacks 3 times a week for 20 minutes for 6 to 8 weeks, and I guarantee you some of their biometric measurements are going to go up. They'll be faster. They'll be jumping higher, okay? I could almost do nothing with them, and again, because of the fact that some of these kids are growing at a rapid rate and becoming naturally stronger human beings, their biometric measurements are going to go up. Bigger, stronger, faster, right? That's what we all want. But how are the kids moving? That's really what we value in terms of results here. And it comes down to that word value. Values versus principle. We use that word value in here and we equate it to numbers, okay? Numbers, how much, how far, how fast. What we look at in here, though, and the way that we initially assess kids here and the way that we continually assess them on a day-to-day and quarterly basis is through principles. And here's what I mean by that. We use specific rates of technical ability on certain movements. I'm going to just take one because it's one of my favorite movements because it tells us so much about how a young athlete moves. The overhead squat, okay? Now again, I'm not looking to see how much load I can place in an athlete's hands as they overhead squat. No, I have them do it with body weight, and I'm looking at shoulder mobility, scapular positioning. I'm looking at movement sequencing. I'm looking at their mobility or lack thereof in their ankles. I'm looking at hip mobility or lack thereof. I'm looking at tightness in the hips and in the hamstrings. I'm looking at all these different factors, which again, or in addition to, we can actually take some data on that, and then we can show an improvement there. So if a person is more value-driven, numbers-driven, we've got the raw data to take a look at where they were on day one and where they are now. But can you see, we're looking at the principles of human movement. How is this athlete becoming a better mover, so that they do become a better athlete? This takes time. That's why I always talk about the fact that we're in the long-term athletic development. In 6 to 8 weeks, I can show better numbers, but I want to show lasting numbers. I want to show numbers that are permanent because it has to do with how they're moving as a human being and the relationship between that movement and their brains. I want it to be all based on that type of stuff. Now, how do I know all this, and why am I even mentioning this now? It's the International Youth Conditioning Association, point blank. I always had a sense for this type of stuff, but I never really could put my thumb on not only how to execute it, but how to put everything together so that it made sense in terms of a testing system that works for my business and most importantly for the greater benefit of my young athletes. So if you want to learn more about how to get results past the numbers, beyond the numbers with your young athletes, check out iyca.org. That's where you're going to find all that information and more. Trust me, it's worth taking a look at. It will totally change the way that you assess your young athletes and how you prepare them for success now and in the future. So hopefully this helped you out quite a bit, and hopefully you're going to take a look at the iyca.org website because it'll help you out even more. All right, this is Coach Dave Gleason at Pembroke, Massachusetts location of Athletic Revolution. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll be back with you really soon. Thanks so much. Bye.